Hey guys, today we'll list 5 things you didn't know about Knives Out. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Harlan's portrait has found peace. At the start of Knives Out, we see a large portrait of Harlan Thrombey hanging in one of the downstairs corridors. There are a couple of other stray shots of it throughout the film, and Marta uncomfortably stares at it while waiting for her turn with Detective Blanc. Harlan's face has an indistinguishable expression every time we see the portrait. Is he puzzled, sad, or just a little gassy? The last time we see his painting at the end of the film, when all parties have gotten what they deserve and Harlan's expression is different and quite clear, a satisfied smirk says it all. Rian Johnson told Vanity Fair that the painting was not finished when they began filming. Rian said, "Every single shot that you see in the movie that has the painting in it was a green screen. When the painting was finished, the special effects team went in and replaced each green screen shot with a photo of the painting." Of course, movie magic doesn't explain how the portrait's expression changes, but it's a nice little touch. Number 2. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is hidden in the film. No, you did not blink and miss Joseph Gordon-Levitt at any crucial points in Knives Out, but if you listen closely, you will hear his familiar voice. In one scene, while Marta and her family are sitting in their kitchen, Marta's sister watches television. Her mother scolds her for being insensitive by watching a show about murder while her sister is grieving her friend's death. Gordon-Levitt voices the unseen detective in the fake TV show, who's officially credited as Detective Hardrock. In 2005, Gordon-Levitt starred in Rian Johnson's debut film Brick as the main character Brendan in the neo-noir mystery. Since then, the actor has appeared in each of his director friends' films. Funnily enough, and folks may or may not know this, I've actually gotten to cameo in every single one of Rian Johnson's films, from Brick to The Brothers Blooms and even Star Wars The Last Jedi, Gordon-Levitt said in a 2021 interview with Us Weekly. The duo's most well-known collaboration is most likely the sci-fi action thriller Looper, starring Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Number 3. No one actually knows where Marta is from. The Thrombey family spent a lot of time trying to persuade Detective Blanc, as well as themselves, of their acceptance of Harlan's nurse Marta. Despite calling her family and telling her how wonderful they have been, no one takes the time to get to know her, except for Harlan, who appears to be quite fond of Marta, whom he treats more like a companion than an employee. Marta may be from Paraguay, Uruguay, Brazil, or another South or Central American country, according to the clueless family members, though it is later suggested that Marta was born in the United States. Marta isn't even allowed to attend Harlan's funeral, indicating that the family's attempts at inclusivity are purely theatrical. Linda's husband Richard tells the cops how friendly they've been to Marta, but the example shown in flashback is later revealed to be a ruse. During a rather insensitive discussion about immigration, Richard summoned Marta to join the others, but only to compel her to assist him in proving a point. He tells her that her family immigrated the right way, then hands her a dirty dish. So much for blood ties. Number 4. Linda and Harlan's secret communication. Linda Drysdale mentions her close relationship with her father and how they have their own secret way of communicating. She doesn't go into specifics, but she is shown crying over a stack of old letters from her father a few scenes later. If you look closely, you can see faint burn marks on the letters, indicating that a lighter or other type of flame was held too close. Harlan, as you may recall, threatens Linda's husband Richard with a sealed envelope addressed to Linda. Harlan informs him that the letter contains all of the unpleasant details of his affair, so Richard should come clean before delivering it. Richard eventually sneaks into Harlan's office to open the letter, only to discover a blank page. Later in the film, Linda discovers the mangled envelope and takes a lighter to the blank page, revealing that she and her father communicated with invisible ink, which becomes visible when exposed to heat. You might have guessed this strategy from the start if you knew what to look for in the early shots of her old letters. Number 5. Ransom is missing a jug. Ransom appears to be a minimalist based on the decor of his home. Despite the fact that the film only spends a brief amount of time in his home, it is noticeably neat and orderly. All of his decorations, including the row of empty amber jugs on his credenza, have clean and simple lines. However, if you look closely during Marta's visit, you will notice that one of the jugs is clearly missing. This detail may appear insignificant at first glance, but it takes on new significance later in Detective Blanc's investigation. When Ransom is shown stuffing cash into an envelope for Blanc, all of the jugs are present and accounted for. They're also all present when he receives Fran's blackmail note, but then one of them disappears. Director Rian Johnson explained in commentary for the film, If you take a look in the background, notice there's a jug missing from the line of jugs on his shelf. He then added, and that is because he throws one of the jugs through the window in the end sequence to burn down the medical examiner's office. It's a nice touch, but only observant fans will notice it the first time they see it. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.